Hi, I'm Bill Woodard. Welcome to the November edition of the Smith County Chamber Corner. We got a good show for you today. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, it's November. The weather is beautiful. We came through I think we're through the hurricane season, and so we got a lot of good things going on. We got a good show for you today, so you stay tuned. Okay, we're still here at UT, and it is such a beautiful day out there, and we've got a friend of ours that come by. We used to live in Lancaster together, and you've moved on to bigger and better things. You live over around
Sykes.
Sykes.
I moved back down to where home where original family were from down there between Hickman and Sykes. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Well, now, I don't know. Well, go ahead and tell them who you are, who you with.
I am Eddie Sykes, and I'm president of the Tiger Booster Club in Gornsville. It's our football booster club that we started this year, and that's who I'm here representing today, Billy.
Okay, and you got a special event going on that's happening through the holidays here, right?
That is correct, Billy. We are doing a fundraiser, and we're working in conjunction with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers at Center Hill Dam, along with the Tiger Football Booster Club. And we're going to proudly present what we're going to call the Lights of Long Branch. If anybody is familiar with right below Center Hill Dam, Billy, and I know you are, there's a very nice campground in there.
Oh, exactly.
And we have been able to, working with the Corps of Engineers, secure the campground for a Christmas light drive-through.
Okay.
So this is something I think was going to be very special for us. The Corps really got behind it. They're really promoting it big for us. And what the plan is we're going to decorate the campground. Going to open the 30th, which is the Saturday night after Thanksgiving, and keep it open to the 23rd of December.
Okay.
This will be open nightly. We've got a lot to decorate and a lot of people that's really come on board with this to promote this big for us, and got some good sponsors and stuff like that to kind of help us buy some lights. If anybody ever knowed me before, I used to do this at home a few years ago.
Remember, it was very nice.
And kind of got out of the business, but I'm real deep in business now. I'm really back deep. So, yeah. But I enjoy it. I love Christmas. I think it's the most favorite time of the year, and it's all about, family and community and stuff like that. And that's how we're promoting this, as an old-fashioned country Christmas. We're promoting it in Smith County, real big, DeKalb County, and Putnam County. Kind of the location there is where all three of these counties come together, Bill. And we think it'll be a good place to put this on. There'll be plenty of room. So we've got 40 to 50 different campsites that we're going to do and put scenes up on each and every one of them. We want to make it special. And again, we're just getting great sponsorship out of DeKalb, Putnam, and Smith County for this. And again, this is for the Booster Club at Gornsville, the Tiger Booster Club. We formed that this year. And it's a 501c3 nonprofit, Bill.
Right.
And we're registered through the state. We're recognized through the school system here in Smith County. And all we're trying to do is just build a program and do some things for that Gornsville program. And me and you both graduated from Gornsville. Right. And, my blood runs pretty blue. And so that we think this is a good opportunity to give back something to the community. I've traveled all over the state of Tennessee going to look at Christmas lights before. Yes. So I really think this is going to be good. And with the reception that we've had so far, Bill, I think this is going to be special. A couple of things going on through this. we're going to have a couple of special nights in this. The 14th of December, which is the second Saturday night in the month, we're going to close it down to traffic that night, and we're going to do what we call a walkthrough that night. And what we're doing is inviting all of our sponsors that's come up to be around the scene that they're sponsoring and stuff like that, and just kind of mix and mingle with people as they come through. Give them the opportunity and try to give them a little bang for their buck back, where they can talk with people.
Right.
Along that night, we're also going to have a live nativity scene with people. We've secured some animals to be there that night.
Okay, yeah.
Jason Greer and his family from up Burst Creek, they do these exotic animals and stuff like that. So my understanding, we're going to have some camels and donkeys and sheep and goats and everything that goes along with that night. So we think for that, it's going to be a big night for us there. And I ain't going to tell it, this may get out, but I think Santa Claus has agreed to be there that night.
He's going to show up that night.
I think he's going to show up there, and he wants to see a lot of young'uns, take a lot of pictures and stuff like that. So, Bill, that's what we're trying to promote this thing as a community event. It's something that working with all these counties and different ones, there's not nothing right in this area.
Sure.
You got Wilson County's got a couple. So we want to try to make this special and something that's going to be year after year. And again, Kevin, the one that's over the Corps of Engineers up there, they're just, they're helping us so much with this. And to let everybody know, they're not charging us anything for campground usage, not charging us nothing for electricity. So, that's pretty good. And they're really promoting it through their website and stuff like that, Bill.
Well, that's good that the community is involved in it and you're getting the support that you're getting. Well, I tell you what, I will definitely be there, and I'm going to enjoy the 14th. I think that's going to be a good night. So looking forward to that for sure.
And I do, and that's what we kind of wanted to do. I think we'll probably be able to put some kind of refreshments together that night for people if we want to. And again, this is all about, raising the funds for the Booster Club. We're trying to be very reasonable priced at this. I'll go ahead and tell you this. This is on the flyers. All we're looking for is $15 a car when they come in. Mm-hmm. We think that's probably as reasonably priced as anything that you can bring your family out to. And it'll take a pretty good while to go through it because we're really going to decorate it up. Now, we got a lot of work to do in the month of November.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that. I hope you got a lot of good volunteers there.
Well, we had a Booster Club meeting last night, and I didn't see it was an option. I give them, it was kind of mandatory. But no, we did have good response from this. So it's going to take a lot of work and do. But, Bill, I think the benefit of bringing it back to the community and bringing it back to our school and stuff like that and promoting all of our great sponsors. We'll have a list of the sponsors when you come through that night where people are recognized for what they do in the community. Right. And we can't do this alone. You just can't do it. When you're out here in any of the school systems or anything, you've got to have those people sponsoring it. And so we hope to give a little bang for their buck, not charging them that much to be a sponsor or anything like that. Got a few spots. We're figuring on about 46 campsites, and I've done confirmed about 42 at this time.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I've got 3 or 4 more, but I can work around that just a little bit. So if anybody sees it and they're interested, they feel free to get a hold of me.
Okay. Well, how that brings up a good question. How do they get in touch with you?
You can call me on my cell number, Bill, which is 931-261-5836.
Okay, and if you don't remember that or didn't can't get it written down fast enough or something, you can call the chamber 615-735-2093, and we'll be happy to tell you all the information that's on the flyer here. And I think this is a wonderful thing, Eddie, and it goes for a good cause. These guys, that program needs support, and they've done a lot of good for a lot of kids over the years. You and I got to play, and if it hadn't been for people supporting us, we wouldn't have got to.
That's exactly right, Bill. And football teaches you a lot about life, sure and of course I lived through the Coach Ford and the Coach Will era. And, life lessons that I learned from that, Bill, it's still with me today, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah, well, and I hate to admit this, but I believe you guys were a little more of a winning team than we were when I played. But anyway, we won't talk about that part. But, thank you for coming by. And, folks, you need to go by and support this. This is in the county, and I think it's a wonderful thing. November 30th through December the 23rd. And if you need any information, you can just get in touch with Eddie or call us at the chamber.
And also, we've got a website, Facebook website out there. It's called Tiger Booster Club. And we've been doing a lot for that this year, a lot of live streaming and stuff like that. We've done every game this year. So you can reach us through that page also. And I think we are getting up a new Facebook page that's going to be tied with that and it's going to be called The Lights of Long Branch also.
Okay. All right. And of course, the name goes along with Long Branch is right below the dam there.
Right.
And if you, hey, it's easy to find. Just go to Center Hill Dam and go down below the lake and you're there.
That's it.
Yep. All right. Well, Eddie, thanks for coming by.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. We're here at UT Extension and it's always good to visit you guys. And Rachel, I know we do this every time, but tell them who you are, who you is.
I'm Rachel Petty. I am one of the 4-H agents at the UT Extension office here in Smith County, and I get to introduce myself that way because I do have a new coworker. So as of a couple weeks ago, Susanna Klaus started in our office as the TSU 4-H agent. So we've got 2 full-time 4-H agents now. We're really excited about what that means for the future of the program, new things that we can do, just expanding our reach for the young people in Smith County. So good things ahead.
Okay, and this is a collaboration between TSU and UT?
Yes. So UT pays our salaries. So my salary comes from UT, and so it's a partnership with Tennessee State University. So Susanna is officially an employee of Tennessee State University, but it is a partnership. There is no difference between a UT 4-H agent and a TSU 4-H agent other than where that funding comes from. We have the same responsibilities. We're on equal footing, all of that, just able to bring her on. TSU is working to partner with a lot of the counties, especially kind of the size of Smith County. We're kind of right in that sweet spot where we could use another agent. A few years ago, they did funding so that there were no split agents anymore, so that every program area had its own agent in every county in Tennessee. And so now TSU is kind of trying to roll out those positions, those 4-H positions in counties that would benefit from it.
Well, that's wonderful because we get, like you said, benefits from that. Now, we're into November, and I'm sure there's things going on in November, but we're kind of rolling toward the end of the year. What's going on with your department?
Yes. So we are right now getting ready to listen to 4-H speeches. That's kind of the big thing that happens this time of year. So our 4-Hers out there are gearing up, getting ready to give those speeches. When I tell people that I'm a 4-H agent, they tell me they gave a speech in 4-H and maybe they went to camp as a 4-Her. So that's kind of what they remember. Public speaking is one of the things that we're known for. So we're listening to those speeches in our classrooms, and then we will have our county contest. So our first and second place winners out of the classroom will move on to our county contest, and that's always held in December. We're also getting ready for our 4-H banquet. So that is coming up tomorrow as of the time of this filming. So it's always in early November, and we kind of get together all of our most involved 4-Hers from the last year. We feed them a meal, invite their families, community supporters come to that event. So just a really good evening where we all get together, celebrate 4-H, and kind of look back over the past year as we get ready to flip the calendar. So we are in banquet prep mode right now. Got lots of decorations laying around, so we're getting ready for that event tomorrow.
Well, and it's amazing how deeply 4-H is involved in Smith County because you can look at me and tell I wasn't born yesterday, and I remember being in the club and I was song leader once, and there were several different things that I did, and I remember 4-H from when I was in elementary school. So you guys have been a force of nature around here for a long time.
I like that, a force of nature. But we have a big impact, a big reach, and people do have, I hope, fond memories of 4-H. I was a 4-Her myself, and I really think that our local young people really benefit, even if it's maybe not their favorite thing to get up and give a speech, but they're really benefiting from those things that we do in the classroom. And then, of course, we've got all of those after-school activities, our judging teams, things like that our kids can jump in, and getting those those good teamwork skills, decision-making skills, critical thinking, all of that's going to set them up for success in the future.
Well, back in the day, what I loved about it was when the 4-H agent come, which was Mr. Jerry Cole at the time.
Yes.
When he came, it meant we got to go back outside, and that was we all loved that. We do soil testing and just different things like that. So I remember that very pleasantly.
Yes.
Okay, you announced that you have your new agent. What about other things that are going on, or anything that you want to announce, maybe to look forward into next year?
So we have a holiday plants lunch and learn coming up. That's a program that our ag agent Katie Martin is doing, which she is coming back part-time from maternity leave. So she'll be back part-time until the end of the year, and then back with us full-time starting in January. So on November the 25th at noon at the Chamber of Commerce, we're going to have that holiday plants lunch and learn. So we'll feed you a meal for $5. An educational program by an extension expert. So we would love to have you join us for that. Mary Draper is our FCS agent. She has other programming today, but she has been doing a Drums Alive class at the Smith County Senior Center. So it's a cardio drumming class. It looks really fun. They're using those big exercise balls. It's the first time she's done that program and had a lot of success with it. There's been a lot of interest, which Mary also expecting she's going to have a baby at the first of the year, but I think interest maybe when she gets back from her maternity leave and doing some more classes like that. It's been really popular.
And I happened to just go by there the other day I can't remember why, and they were having that class, and it did look like a lot of fun. They were all smiling, and she had a bunch of them in there.
Yes.
It was a pretty large class. So these guys get involved in a lot of things here in the county, and so it's so wonderful to have y'all. I don't know if, well, I know people tell you, but I personally, I like to tell you, I really appreciate what UT Extension does and what you guys do personally here in the county.
Yes, well, we are glad to be here, glad to serve the people of Smith County. I also want to mention that we're going to be having a holiday open house. So here at our new office, if you guys haven't had a chance to come visit us yet, we are at 67 Cookville Highway in South Carthage. So right down from the co-op, across from Citizens Bank and Moonstone Spa. So on December the 11th, that's a Wednesday from 10 until 2, we're going to have a Christmas open house. You can come see our new office, meet all of us. We're going to have a hot chocolate and an apple cider bar. So come enjoy some Christmas treats and then get to meet all of us. So we would love to see you at our open house coming up.
Oh, yeah. And you'll love the offices. It's set up nice. It really looks nice around here. Okay. Well, we have a special guy that always has a segment. So, Rachel, would you like to introduce him?
Yes. So coming up next, we have In the Wild with Gabe Harville.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of In the Wild. Today, Rosie and I are visiting Fall Creek Falls State Park with some of my friends. Join us as we traverse the park and experience the natural beauty that it possesses. Fall Creek Falls State Park is one of Tennessee's largest and most visited state parks. It encompasses more than 29,000 acres sprawled across the eastern top of the Cumberland Plateau in Van Buren and Bledsoe counties. It practically beckons those who enjoy nature at her finest. Fall Creek Falls, at 256 feet, is actually the highest free-falling waterfall east of the Rocky Mountains. Other waterfalls within the park include Piney Falls, Cane Creek Falls, and Cane Creek Cascades, all of which we visited during our hike. Our day began with a half-mile hike to the base of Fall Creek Falls. Nestled on the ridge overlooking Fall Creek Gorge, we traveled over huge boulders and beside towering crags to reach our destination. After spending some time exploring the cool, damp area surrounding the falls, we decided to go off the beaten path and follow Fall Creek as it meandered through the huge stands of tulip poplar and eastern hemlock. The gin-clear water only added to the beauty of the gorge, and my photo op in the hollowed-out sycamore has to be one of my favorites. As I mentioned, Rosie went on the hike with us all. She tore her ACL in August, but I'm happy to say that she can rock climb with the best of them. We trekked back up the trail and made our way to the Buzzard's Roost. The view from this vantage point is truly spectacular. The valley created by Cane Creek Gorge stretches nearly to Sparta, showcasing the impressiveness of the landscape atop the plateau. This vista, with its perilous height and buffeting wind, held true to its name. It almost seemed like we could reach out and touch the turkey vultures as they soared on the updrafts next to the sandstone cliffs. After braving our fear of heights at the overlook, we drove to Piney Creek Falls. It drops approximately 80 feet into the valley below. While not as awe-inspiring as Fall Creek Falls itself, the trail leading to this waterfall passed through some beautiful autumn scenery, with leaves flashing gold, orange, and red all around us. Fall Creek Falls State Park is one of the last remaining stands of virgin forest in the southeast, meaning it has never been logged or developed, creating a diverse old-growth forest environment. Pictured here is the Fall Creek Falls Lookout Tower. It was first used to monitor the grounds of Chickamauga Battlefield, but it was moved to the park in the early 1900s and served as a fire tower. Surprisingly enough, we spotted a fire ourselves while standing on the balcony. I can only imagine how many people have stood watching this structure, keeping the landscape safe under their watchful eye. After lunch, we went to the Fall Creek Falls Nature Center. This place highlighted the history of the park as well as the abundant flora and fauna that call it home. The park contains many cool species of fungi, like this black knot found on a cherry tree, as well as the edible hard-skinned puffball and lion's mane mushrooms. A few native plants you can find around the park include hawthorns, witch hazel, muscadine, buttonbush, and many more species of trees, shrubs, ferns, forbs, and grasses. And don't get me started on the animals. We found this slimy salamander during our hike, and it is one of the countless species that call this park home. However, the park also contains invasive species and pests, such as wild hogs, pigeons, English ivy, and hemlock woolly adelgids. It's so important to make sure we don't spread these species to other areas, because the last thing we want is to lose pieces of our natural history. Next up, we all took the cable trail to the base of Cane Creek Falls. While Rosie waited at the top of the ridge, we shimmied our way down, guided by a cable, hence the name. This cable took us to a beautiful area just below the falls. We ended the day at the Cane Creek Cascades, right above Cane Creek Falls. Water poured over the rocks as it had done since before man set foot in the park. As we sat down and watched the sunset illuminate the treetops, it was an excellent spot to end our day of hiking. This place is a fine example of God's handiwork, with each trail leading to a new chance to witness splendors untouched by man. Fall Creek Falls State Park certainly is a beautiful place, filled with natural beauties that are sights to behold. I'm Gabe Harville, and until next time, I hope to see you in the wild.
Well, we have a special person here today with us. You're new, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Would you introduce him and tell him what you do here?
Of course, my name is Susanna Klaus, and I'm the new TSU 4-H agent here in Smith County. So same job that Miss Rachel has, just paid by a different person. So all of my contacts are through TSU instead of UT, but we have a really good partnership. So my job here in Smith County is to go in, help with clubs at our schools, help with judging teams, and all of our 4-H youth development events.
Okay, well now, do you guys work together like on projects, or do you guys kind of divide up and maybe you go to one school one time and her another? How does that work?
Well, right now we've done some stuff together and we've divided some of the stuff out. That's just going to kind of change and form into something over the next year or so as we come to all these events and different things. Some of the stuff we'll divide out and I'll kind of take over and she'll keep and run those. And then some of the things we'll work together and do those together.
Okay. All right. Well, now, collaboration with TSU, I presume that this is where TSU is wanting to reach out more into the smaller counties and help out. And I don't know if there's any more to really say about the program.
Yes. So, TSU does have a cooperative extension program similar to UT's extension program, just not as high of a level currently. They are wanting to grow. They've grown exponentially. I believe they do have agents in 72 counties now. They're wanting to add more, and hopefully here in the next few years, they'll be able to have agents in all 95 counties.
Yeah, well, and that's quite a task when you think about it. Having at least one person at each one of them, that's a heavy lift. But it sounds like they're doing it.
It is. They've made great strides. I mean, that's something that they've really focused on.
Okay, well now I've never honestly been on the TSU campus, but I've seen pictures of it, and I've met a lot of people from down there. So it sounds like it's a good school, as is UT and Tech and
Yes.
all the other wonderful institutions that we have around here. I'll probably get beat up for leaving out Cumberland, and I'm missing somebody, but we got a lot of
Yes.
good schools around here. Well, it's good to have you on board. And I hope you're really enjoying Smith County. Do you drive in, or are you a resident?
I do drive in, so I live in Cookeville, so it's just about a 35-minute drive for me, but it's a very lovely drive. I get to enjoy that coming in and going home in the morning and seeing all the scenery, so not a bad drive at all.
Well, maybe we can entice you. Maybe you want to move down here. So
Who knows?
the future is open.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Suzanne. Appreciate you being here, and I hope you really enjoy working down here.
Thank you.
It is a beautiful day to be in Smith County, Tennessee, isn't it?
Yes, it's really good.
It is a really good day. Kimberly, tell them who you are and who you with.
My name is Kimberly Grissom, and I'm here representing Dead Folk Mercantile.
Okay, now you guys are located on Main Street. Let's tell them the address.
So the address is 510 Main Street North. We're connected to State Farm.
Okay, so you're kind of across the street from the Courier building.
Yes, and the Wildflower Nutrition.
Yeah. Okay, well, now I'm sure you got something going on today. Tell us about what you guys do, what you have to offer.
So we are a boutique. We kind of started wanting to do like plants and books, but it's turned into a little bit of everything, including events. We've actually hosted several parking lot events at our space, and we're trying to just get the community involved as much as possible.
Okay, well, your merchandise that you have, got a pretty good variety. I know I was in there looking around, and it's pretty interesting. Do you have a target audience, or is it for just everybody?
I think a little bit of everybody could shop there. I don't have a lot of men's specialty stuff. I'm hoping to change that. But if you're into books, clothes, candles, gifts, anything for Christmas, we've got it all.
Well, so if a man comes along, he needs a gift for his wife or his
Yes, and we
kids or
do
something
sell
like
gift
that.
cards. So
Oh, you
that
do?
works out, yes.
Well, that works out really good, because if you look at it and you don't, well, they might like that, you can get the gift card and you don't have to
Exactly.
worry.
Yes.
That's good. Well, now, if they needed more information, is there a Facebook page or something where they can go to?
Yes, we have a Facebook and Instagram. I have a TikTok, although I'm not very active on it. You can also call my number. It's 615-636-1066. That's mainly how people get a hold of me.
Okay, so you're good that you can get a hold of you,
Yes.
and you can give them advice on gifts or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you guys been up there now?
We had our grand opening on September September 7th of this year.
Okay.
So we're pretty new.
Yeah, so you're basically a month old as of the
Yes. Mm-hmm.
taping here. So that's pretty good. I'm glad you're having a good time. I know you came to Walton Days.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you being there, and I think a lot of folks got to meet you.
Oh, yeah. It was actually a really good day for us. We'll probably do it every year.
Okay, well, we're glad to hear that. Well, is there anything you want to add or?
No, just that come in, give us a try. We've got a little bit of stuff for everybody. And if you have any ideas of any way that we could be involved with your business, just let us know.
Yeah, and it's a really nice store, folks. You owe it to yourself to go by. Kimberly, thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, we always have some good folks come by to visit with us, especially when we're visiting nice places. UT Extension here, they've been gracious enough to, host us today, so we really appreciate that. Miss Kayla, tell them who you are, who you with.
So I am Kayla Franklin. I'm a prevention coordinator at the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition.
Okay, and I know during this time of year, you guys get a little different kind of business and a focus than you do normally during the year. I mean, most of the time you're going into the schools and you're talking to the kids and things like that. And of course, you're still doing that now, right? But I think you had a little message about maybe the holiday season that you want to talk to about.
Yeah. So during the holiday season, this can be a time where people may feel discouraged or blue. They may have thoughts of ending their life. They may, their drug or alcohol use may pick up. We just want to give everybody the opportunity to know the resources that we have in Tennessee, that we can call the Red Line number that can get you set up with treatment. It's not going to call the police or anything like that. You can also dial 988. So that's a suicide lifeline. And we can reach out to that number and get you the resources, or you can reach out to the coalition and we can help you get the resources.
Well, and anybody is subject to getting blue at any time in their life or getting a little bit down. So you guys, they can also call there and you guys can maybe help them individually, or you do have all these resources that I know you have several people that work there at the Drug Prevention Coalition. What's the number, say, to call to get directly to you guys?
Okay, yeah. So it's 615-588-1622.
1622. And go ahead and tell them your address, too.
Okay, and it is 115 Water Street. It's right next to Domino's. So that's how everybody... I'm like, do you know where Domino's is? Yes. So we're right next to Domino's.
Okay. So you guys, and during the holiday season, I know, I don't know if you have any pamphlets or any brochures or things like that, but I presume you do have stuff there that people could read and anything that would help them to kind of stave off these things.
Yeah, we've got plenty of educational resources for sure.
Okay, and I know during the year you do the drug take-backs, and of course we have the drop-off places for spent medication. That's one thing that I never realized, but you can be very innocent, have some medication in your house, and maybe a person that you don't even know is addicted gets in and finds out it's there, and they can take it. So it's good to get that stuff out of your home, isn't it?
Yeah, and also it's excellent for that, but it's also good that we don't just if we have an antibiotic, sometimes we don't finish that antibiotic, we should drop it off the drop box location, not flush it down the toilet or throw it in the trash. It's just better that we let the professionals take care of how to dispose of that. So you can drop off any kind of medication. It doesn't have to be narcotics. It can be old sinus medicine, expired allergy medicine, or expired antibiotics, just anything.
Yeah, well, and I think a lot of folks, I know at one time I didn't understand this. I thought, well, you just throw it in the trash, but that's really not a good thing to do because it eventually works its way back into the water system in the groundwater.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm being told, and if you're not careful, a lot of people don't realize, but we get our water out of the local rivers and streams, and of course they treat them, But if you've got a hormone or some type of a drug that it dissolves into that water, if there's enough of it there, it can come back as a trace element all the way through the treatment system. So we need to be careful how we dispose of drugs.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, tell you what, give them the number one more time, and I guess we're done.
Okay, it's 615-588-1622.
Kelly, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Okay, we got a special event happening here, but first, introduce yourself. Tell them who you with.
I'm Randall Smith. I'm with Smith County High School. We're part of the Smith County High School Hunting Club, and we're having a doe hunt, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Okay, and you do this, I think this is about the third,
This is actually our 10th year.
10th. I didn't realize it was,
Right.
I guess I've only been talking to you about it for a few years, but it's really a good thing. And of course, it gets the youth of the county involved in.
Well, that's what we're aiming for. We want the youth to understand how to be good stewards of the land, and we want the older hunters to help the younger hunters build this trust in themselves when they're out in the woods.
Okay, well now, how does this work? Do you have a place that they can all go, or is this a training? How does it?
All right, this is a area hunt. It don't have to be just a youth. It can be any individual. I get a lot of questions. What about people living in Smithville? Anybody can hunt. It's open to all. We sell tickets. It is our fundraiser. You know, a lot of people get turned off, but I have to support these kids. We have to have something
Right.
we can support them with. But the big deal is our mission as Smith County High School Hunting Club is to stop hunger in Smith County. And for the last 4 years, TWF, Tennessee Wildlife Federation, has allowed us to keep any harvested deer in this county for the hungry of this county.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last 4 years, every bit of the harvested meat we had stays in this county. And in the last 10 years, we provided over 18,000 meals.
Wow.
And over the last 4 years, it's right around 8,000. So this is a 4-ounce hamburger. That's what it packages out to, about like your quarter pounder. And we're excited because each year we seem to get more people involved.
Okay, well now, do you do the processing? Well, let's start from the beginning. How do they get availability to this meat?
Okay. You can call Smith County High School and ask for Coach Smith and for the doe hunt. You can go over by the Chambers of Commerce and get a ticket and a flyer. This is about serving your community. I think from a little kid up, we were always taught by the good book that the greatest deed you can do is serve others. Well, we have people in trouble, and the best way we do that is to feed them. And that's what we do at Smith County High School Hunting Club. That's what it's all about.
Okay, and a side effect of that is I've always been taught that venison was an extremely healthy meat.
It is. It's very lean. A lot of people are eating leaner meat now. Some people say, I don't understand the gameness. Well, that's what's the fun about it. Everybody loves to cook, so you get to invent your own meal with this pure meat. And we're blessed to live in a county that has so many animals that we can feed the hungry with. And we're just excited. Like I said, this is our 10th year doing the hunt. By the way, for you hunters that are interested, we have a cash prize, $200 for first place, $100 for second, and $50 for third. So you don't just have to enjoy serving others by giving your deer, or you can keep it. It's up to you, but we encourage you to serve it over to the needy. But you can get paid by winning and doing what you love, hunting and bringing it in and helping us out.
Yeah, well, I know this is a wonderful program, and it's great that you guys keep it going, and I'm sure the kids there at the school really enjoy it.
Oh,
too.
they are involved. We got about 36 or 37 strong now in the hunting club, both males and females, and they're excited. First Baptist Church of Carthage, Brother Tim Franks, great man. For the last 4 years, he's been dedicated to make sure those people that need food get food. So if you know someone in the community that is struggling, get a hold of Brother Franks. He's a man that loves to serve and do what he's calling for, and that's to serve the Lord. So
Okay.
we appreciate them.
All right, so if they want information on this, they can come by the chamber. They can
Come by the chambers or call the high school and ask for Coach Smith. We'll have tickets and we'll have more information about the flyers. And it's on December the 7th. We start weigh-in at 4 o'clock at Crum Parish at the Pavilion. So 4 to 6, we weigh in. The winners, you're there, we know it, and we enjoy it. And if you want to donate to deer, we'll be glad to take it and have it processed at Vaden's Processing at 131 Carthage Junction Lane or Road. And there was one other thing I wanted to say. Oh, if you're a hunter and you're not involved in this hunt, you can still donate that deer to Hunters for the Hungry through Smith County High School. That's all you got to do is go to Mr. Vaden's processing, turn it in, say it's for Smith County High School Hunting Club. We want to donate the deer, and it's sent into this county to feed the hungry.
Yeah, and I don't. This is a little off subject that you were, bringing to us, but I've noticed in my travels around the county, we seem to have a pretty stout deer population, and they seem to be really healthy. And so I've seen some beautiful deer running around here.
TWRA just this year upped. We were always 3 does a day through the season, but now Jackson County, Putnam County, Smith, and DeKalb County and Cannon County have all been lifted to 3 does a day. So yes, our population is large and it's growing.
Yeah, and then like I say, they look really healthy and good. So
they're beautiful.
All right, well, Coach Smith, thank you for coming by, and we appreciate this initiative that you've got going on.
Yeah, we need you. We need to stop hunger in Smith County. Thank you.
Well, we have a program in Smith County that I think is exemplary. It's one of the best that we've got going on, and these guys are here to talk about it today. So I'm just going to let them take it over. Go ahead, Eugene. Well, and you probably ought to tell them who you are and introduce yourself.
My name is Eugene Roberts. I'm a chief with the Sheriff's Office. I work for Sheriff Hopper. This is Beth Davis. She's our jail administrator and the brains of our operation, our right arm, and, of course, Sheriff Steve Hopper. In 2014, we had a young lady come to us, and I tell this story every year, Billy, and I'll continue to as long as I'm around. By the name of Miss Connie Cripps, and she worked for DTC. And she approached Beth and I and said, listen, over in DeKalb County, they've got a Shop with a Cop program, and we knew about the one in Wilson County and then, of course, what Davidson County had down in Metro. So she said, I'd like to encourage you to kind of crank that up a little bit. So 10 years ago, we started that, and we started a Santa Shoppers program. Well, it led into much more than we thought was going to be a toy drive, but it led into a lot more than that. And it led into a connection and a bonding with children and officers, and something that's touched every one of our hearts, and the entire department and our community has bonded together. In 2014, we had 28 children that we took shopping with an officer. We loaded them in a patrol car and ran the blue lights and the siren and took them down to Walmart, and they actually loved that. And in 2023, almost 10 years later, will be 10 years this year, we had 223 children. And in the span of that time, we have accommodated 1,494 children. And you think, and I want to emphasize just a little bit, that this is not a toy drive, because what began to get to us was when you took these kids shopping, they might get to pick out their first bicycle, the first one they'd ever had. But what really got to us, they would buy clothes. They'd want to know, can I take what I have and buy my little brother or sister a pair of shoes or a sweater or whatnot? And it kind of got, again, it just touched us in a big way. The community has supported us. The county's supported us. You've supported us. We don't take the donations that come into us. We don't keep that. We don't have anything to do with it actually, except to transfer it from the sheriff's office to the Chamber of Commerce, and you guys filter it through your system. And that's
100% of it goes to the children.
And dollar for dollar, it goes to the children. So we're very, very grateful for that. That's going to be my part of this, I believe, and I'm going to let Beth talk about where you can make your donations?
Yeah, we're getting really excited about this year's program. We're going to start registration. So if you're a family in need and want to apply for the program, you can come by the Justice Center starting November the 19th. We're going to take applications November 19th, 20th, and 21st from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Justice Center. We'll have some volunteers there processing applications. Our event this year will be held on December the 17th. If you're coming to apply for assistance, you'll need to bring proof of income, proof of residency, and we'll take a look at your application. We have a lot of fun events planned for December 17th for the kids. We're getting really excited. If you'd like to make a donation to the program, you can do that by going by the Chamber of Commerce or mailing in your check to Smith County Living for Santa Shoppers, and we'll take that donation down by the chamber for you. Or if you see an officer, you're more than welcome to give it to an officer, and they'll take it by there for you.
Okay. Well, Sheriff, I know it affects the officers quite a bit, and they seem to really enjoy this. And I know it's because of you guys putting this together. But tell a little bit. Maybe you got a story that you want to relate about your officers and how they handle this.
Well, over the years, Bill, I know we take a lot of pictures when we're down there, and they say pictures are worth 1,000 words, but you look at those pictures and you look at the smiles on those kids' faces, you look at the smiles on the officers' faces, and you can tell there's just, it's the Christmas atmosphere, the happiness, and, they're bonding with the children. The children see that we are the good guys, and we're there to help them. And that's one of the main things we want to, get across, that we're deputies and law enforcement, we're their friends, and we're there to help them.
Well, I've always heard protect and serve, and that's exactly what you guys try to do here in this county.
We try to do that, and we have officers volunteer their time. They're not getting paid for that. They volunteer their time, and we have the deputies and employees from the sheriff's office and the staff, officers from Carthage Police Department, Gordonsville Police Department, South Carthage Police Department, Tennessee Highway Patrol. We have the fire departments. Some of them get involved. The ambulance service comes and gets involved, and we have some kids from the soccer, high school soccer team, and cheerleaders. They come and help us and serve when we have the pizzas. And it's last year we grew our building over here.
Yeah.
Because it just got too crowded in the courthouse, and like I said, we had 223, and by the time you take all of them and the parents and everybody that comes with them, and it's a great atmosphere. But it was a little too crowded at the courthouse, and moved to the Ag Center, and Miss Beth orchestrated that, and it worked really well. And if you've never seen all them patrol cars line up and head to Walmart with the blue lights and sirens on, you don't know what you're missing. But it's just a good time for everybody involved. And folks, if you can, we appreciate all the years of donations to make this happen. And anything you can give, we surely would appreciate it. And hope you all have a Merry Christmas.
And one thing I'd like to add too, a lot of times you think, well, I miss my time to donate for this, but here's the wonderful thing about this program. You can donate in July, you can donate anytime during the year, and that money goes for the very next event. And like I said earlier, 100% of it goes. So if you want to give to this program, you can anytime, and it's going to go to the program.
Right. And we realize it's difficult times. We realize, hey, we buy groceries too, and we know that it's hard times, and hopefully they're soon be better or start to get better. But we don't want anybody to give to the point that it hurts or takes away from their family. But if you can spare anything for our Santa Shoppers program, we'd really appreciate it. And we especially thank you, Billy. You've done a lot for us and help us in every way, and we're very grateful for you and what you do.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be involved. I tell you what, one last time, tell them how they can register.
Sure.
And we'll leave with that.
Okay, we're starting registration November 19th. We're going to go 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Smith County Justice Center from 4 to 6 p.m.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for coming by. It's an honor. It's an honor to stand here with you. Okay. I know it's a little early for this. I'm going to announce it anyway, even though it'll be past by the taping being out on the air. But November the 10th at 2 p.m., we will have had our Veterans Parade and ceremony. And I'd like to just emphasize how much we appreciate these guys. The American Legion Post 57 is the one that puts this on and basically shepherds it, and they, of course, lay a wreath at the monument there at the historic courthouse. And I just can't express enough how much we appreciate what these guys do for the county and how much we appreciate the service that they gave to our country. So, folks, if you see a veteran, tell them thank you. Because these guys, they deserve that. And the guys that we have here in Smith County, they are always involved in things that are going on that are really good for our county. So we appreciate them very much. November the 22nd at the Smith County Ag Center is a free hometown community Thanksgiving dinner. Now, if you've never experienced something like this is just a bunch of good people here in the county have got together and they want to feed you some good food. So it's free, absolutely free. And so if you're seeing this and you can hear about it November the 22nd, you need to go over to the Ag Center about 4 o'clock or as late as 7 o'clock. And these guys will give you some free food. And I have been to one of their dinners, and let me tell you, it is exceptional. These guys do a really good job. So just remember that. Shop Local Saturday is on November the 30th, and that's a day when we just basically have some giveaways and things like that for Small Business Saturday. And if you come into town, you might get a free shopping bag, or there might be some other things that are going on. But it happens all in the county. A lot of it's centered around downtown Carthage, so you can come and attend that and be involved. Hometown Christmas and the Carthage Christmas Parade is Sunday, December the 1st. And we'll have our parade. There'll be some folks doing some entertainment and stuff there on the courthouse steps. And then when Santa gets to the end of the parade, he'll go inside the foyer there and sit down and he'll greet the children. So you need to bring your children to that. And that's Sunday, December the 1st, Hometown Christmas and Carthage Christmas Parade. And then, of course, the next Saturday, December the 7th, is the Gordonsville Christmas Parade, and that's always a treat. So if you get a chance, you can go by over there and pick you a good parking place, and you can watch the parade as they go by. So, folks, we got a lot of good things happening here in Smith County. We hope you'll go out and support some of these things. And I want to reemphasize again this Thanksgiving dinner on November the 22nd. You get a chance, you need to go by to that. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you have a wonderful November. Looking forward to December, and may God bless you in so many ways.